one. All right, so this is the packet. The first one is inches, so it's a little bit harder because it's inches. This page is centimeters, so that one's the easiest one to do. All right, so for the first part, every time you deal with an inch ruler, you have to determine the denominator. You have to determine if it's out of 16, out of 8. So can you count while I go shut the door? How many little lines between 6 and 7? Is it 8? Is it 16? How many little lines? $16? Okay, so you counted the little lines and you determined that it's 16. So that means that your denominator will be 16. So you count the little lines, however many little lines there are. Yeah, so 0, and then this would be your last one, your last hop, 2, 7. So we passed the number 7, correct? So that makes it your whole number. So your whole number, your big number would be 7. Your bottom denominator is how many little lines, which is 16. It's either 16, 8, 32. For the most part, 16. Now, once you determine that, now you're going to count to the actual arrow. So here you start here. This will be your 0, where the number is, and then count how many little tiny lines to the arrow. Go ahead and do that. Start here. This is 0. How many lines to that line? 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That becomes your top number. Okay. For number 2, what's your denominator? 16. So should you be on your phone or iPad? No. The number one way to be rude in this class is if I'm actually teaching and going over something, you being on your iPad or you being on your phone, that's extremely rude. Will there be times where I'm not talking to you? Yes. Yes. 10 and 14, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, let's see, 15, 13. All right. The bottom part, you're actually going to graph 5 and 11/16. So you know the denominator is 16. That's cool. So the 5, you go all the way to the 5. And then the 11, that tells you 11 little lines after. So I'm going to count 11 little lines. 8, 9, 10, 11. And at the 11, I'm going to put a line. That's where the 11 is. So it's after the 5. Then I count 11 little lines after. Okay? And then you're done. This one's set up to be an 8th. That means they already simplified. You have to do like reverse simplification. And you did this in 7th grade. When you were dealing with like fractions and common denominators, you changed this denominator from an 8 to a 16. And then you ask yourself, what did I do to 8 to make it into a 16? What did you do? You multiplied by 2. So what do you do to the top? Times 2. And that will tell you how many little lines. Okay? Yes?
Do you have a second YouTube channel?
No, it's all together, and then these are on Loom. So I will post them on Canvas. The STEM videos don't usually go on to YouTube. So sorry. I can only manage one YouTube account. Too much.
I managed.
There you go. Page 3, this is centimeters. So this is the easier one. Page 3 is the easier one. This is the easy worksheet. This is super easy. I know. So how many centimeters? That would be the big number. So what big number is it after? It's after the number 8. So I'm going to put in 8. How many little lines after the 8? 4. And I'm done. So page 3, Kimberly, is the easiest one to do. I'm only assigning you pages 1 and 3. Just 1 and 3. Just 1 and 3. I mean, if we need to do all of them, because we're having a hard time understanding 1 and 3, we could do all of them. Just 1 and 3. Just 1 and 3. I'm trying to make it easy. The only reason I'm giving you 1 and 3 is because that's what really looks like your test. So I want to practice what's going to be on your test. Okay, are we okay? So I'm going to give you guys 10 minutes to do page 1 and 3. And if you need help, you're asking for help. But we got to get on it. 1 and 3's timer for 10 minutes goes now. 10 minutes.